Are we ready to go? We are ready to go, everyone. All right, drivers, mark your engines, or I guess controls. 3, 2, 1, let's start. The autonomous mode is really important if you want to try and get an early lead in this game. Sometimes it really will help in the teleoperated period. And that is the end of your autonomous period. Let's begin our teleoperated period. There are so many notes on the field, and it is prime for picking right now, especially when you want to try and get those cycles going. It is really good for an easy amplification at the start of your game. That is a nice shot from 6911, making sure that they can get those notes going. And it is a good lineup, especially when you're trying to use vision with those April tags. 28-7 is playing catch right now on their side. They're trying to make sure that they can get that amp going for amplification. And when you're lining up for those notes, it's really important that you have your intake down, whatever it may be, if it's over bumper or under bumper, to make sure that you can get those notes, like what 287 did. They have an under bumper, and that is really good if you want to try and win out that note war with maybe another team who may have an over the bumper mechanism. While over bumper may have more reach, under bumper is a lot quicker and a lot easier to secure those notes with. And 287 is using that note to good use with putting it into the amp. Over on the red side, though, there is a little note hanging out from there. These notes, while they are awesome and they're a really fun game piece, are a little flimsy sometimes, especially because they're foam. So making sure that when you are shooting those notes, you take extra care with your mechanisms to not shred it up. As we're starting to get into the last 45 seconds of this match, we have everyone pretty much on the blue side right now. Some taking a nap, some trying to maneuver, especially 1626 with what I hope is the smallest bot here at this competition. Small, cute, and fun to play with. And there's a lot of high-speed collisions going on right now. So a lot of teams have to keep that in mind when they're designing their robots to make sure that they can take those impacts to the best of their ability without trying to damage any of their mechanisms. 287 is trying to climb, and this is now the time for human players to start shooting their notes and potentially make it into high notes. 6911 is getting the message, and they're making sure that they can lift up. Some really close shots from red. Unfortunately, no dice. And that is the end of Qualification 5, and we will be back with your scores. Let's see those scores. Blue Lions win with a score of 37-29. With this, and now it has everyone ranked for their matches. So some robots may start coming back on to start playing their second and their third a lot of matches. So we're going to start seeing these rankings really shuffle around. That speaker, man, that speaker is really important if you want to score most of those points. And a lot of teams have those shooters to be able to do it. But don't discount the amp. The amp is really important if you want to get those amplifications, which Red was able to do with just one more note. We'll be back for our next match.